Progresivo, the verb estar, plus ando or yendo. Ando and yendo are the present participles. If you're confused already, you won't be soon. And by the end of this lesson, you're going to have learned 5 verb tenses. So you're going to have a great time. Let's look at this. The progressive is what this entire lesson is about. We'll start with the present progressive. And the first step in doing that is looking at the verb estar in the present tense. I am, you are, she is, we are, y'all are, and they are. You know already how to conjugate estar. Estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, and están. Please, for the love, accent the A's here. Estás, está, estáis, and están. Especially for these first two, if you do not put this accent, estas means these, and esta means this. So without the accent, estás and está are literally completely different verbs. If you're not already in the habit of writing in the accents for estar, please begin now. Estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, and están. This is the present part of the present progressive. Now let's look at the progressive part of the present progressive. We have estar plus ando and yendo. We'll begin first with the ando part. If you want to say I am speaking, you'll take your AR verb, like hablar, and you'll make it ando. You'll remove the AR of hablar, and you'll add ando. The progressive is simply saying ing. I am speaking. You are speaking. She is speaking. We are speaking. You all are speaking. And they are speaking. That's the ando. That's the progressive half. So the present is how you conjugate estar. That's going to be estar in the present tense. And the progressive is the ando or the yendo. If it's an ER verb, comiendo, or an IR verb, viviendo. I am speaking, I am eating, and I am living. I am speaking, eating, and living. That's the present progressive in English. That's the present progressive in Spanish. Estoy hablando, estoy comiendo, estoy viviendo. I am speaking, I am eating, and I am living. Present progressive. Let's look now at the imperfect progressive. I was speaking, eating, and living. You're going to put estar in the imperfect. I was speaking. You were speaking. She was speaking. We were speaking. Y'all were, and they were speaking. You know already how to put estar in the imperfect. Estaba, estabas, estaba, estábamos, estabais, and estaban. As far as the progressive part goes, the speaking, eating, and living, that's going to stay exactly the same. Hablando, comiendo, and viviendo. The only thing you're going to change here is the way that you conjugate estar. So its present progressive is I am speaking, estoy hablando. The imperfect progressive is I was speaking, estaba hablando, and that's the imperfect progressive. Let's look now at the indefinite progressive. This is what you're going to use if you are doing something for a specific period of time. I was speaking on the phone while making dinner. While making dinner is the beginning and the end. That's that specific period of time. I was speaking while making dinner. Estar in the indefinido. Estuve, estuviste, estuvo, estuvimos, estuvisteis, and estuvieron. I was during a specific period of time. I was doing my homework while I talked on the phone. I was doing my homework, that would be the indefinite progressive, while I spoke on the phone. That's the specific period of time. Estuve haciendo mi tarea. So we had the present, the imperfect, and the indefinite progressives. And the present is going to be estar in the present. The imperfect is the estar in the imperfect. The indefinite is estar in the indefinite. Estoy hablando, I am speaking. Estaba hablando, I was speaking. Estuve hablando, I was speaking during a specific period of time. So present is estar in the present, imperfect is estar in the imperfect, indefinite is estar in the indefinite. And that's going to be the same no matter if it's an AR verb like hablando, an ER verb like comiendo, or an IR verb like viviendo. I want you also to know that you can use the progressive in the future and the conditional as well. I will be living. I would be living. So you know 5 ways to use the progressive. All you have to do is conjugate estar in that verb tense and then add the present participle, the ando or yendo, right after it. So let's look at these 5. Verb tense, Spanish and English. The present progressive is estoy viviendo, I am living. The imperfect progressive, estaba viviendo, I was living. The indefinite progressive, I was living for a specific period of time. The future progressive, I will be living. And the conditional progressive, I would be living. So you know 5 ways to put a verb in the progressive tense. Just conjugate the verb estar in whatever tense you want, add the present participle, the ando or the yendo, and you have your progressive tense, the ing, the ing form of that. In the next lesson, you'll also know how to say the following. The perfect progressive, which is habré estado viviendo, I will have been living. And that's where it gets even just a little bit more complicated, but you'll totally do well on that because you'll get it by the end of the next lesson. This lesson was on the progressives, estar plus ando or yendo, estar plus the ing form of the verb, the present participle.